How you doing, guys? This is Like and Stealth. I'm here to do a little comparison as far as when it comes to the PS4 and Xbox. Now, I know that there is a quote-unquote console war going on between what's better, the PS4, Xbox One, PC, Master Race, and I'm not really here to really pick a side or tell you what's better. I do own a PS4 and an Xbox One. I have planned on Mac whenever it comes to, my non-console games. And so as an owner of both, I'm going to kind of give you, the pros and cons of both. Not really touching, my Mac, but just really sticking to the PS4 and Xbox One. So that way it's going to be kind of a buyer's guide to let you know, what I think about them. Now, again, this is just what I think about these consoles. I suggest that you look up other reviews, articles. If you're like into the specs, then you can do that. Although I will tell you that you're not really going to notice a difference on either console. So let me go ahead and start. Later on in the video, I'll tell you which one's my favorite and why. And just remember, this is just my opinion. If you do not agree, tell me why. If you do agree, tell me why. But let's try to keep it hater free in the comments. And then let's go from there. All right. So starting off with the PS4. Now the PS4 is smaller. It's sleek. Personally, I think it is a nice design. It has all the standard ports on the back. Your HDMI, your optical audio out, and also your Ethernet port, so that way you can hook up to the internet. The user interface is quick and easy, which I really like. It was really simple whenever I first started using it. It really just kind of piggybacked on what the PS3 was using. And then PlayStation Plus is great. It has a lot of indie games on there. Just weekly deals also, and then also it has deals for PlayStation Plus members, which I think is pretty awesome because we get an extra discount whenever it comes to sales and stuff like that. And right now, currently, it's more popular than the Xbox One. If you follow IGN, GameSpot, and all those kind of gaming networks, you kind of hear the statistics that PlayStations are selling more than Xbox Ones. And so that's kind of I think that's a pro for me. I don't know, because maybe more people will be playing it, more of my friends will be playing it. So anyways, let's move on to the Xbox One. Now the Xbox, what I really admire about the Xbox company, about the console, is that its brand is on point. You don't see a lot of PS4 commercials, but you see a bunch of Xbox commercials. You see Xbox advertisement everywhere, and they kind of really built a brand for themselves, and I really like that, as coming from a business owner perspective. Now, it also has a lot of ports on the back side. What I thought was really cool was that you're actually able to control your TV, your cable through the Xbox One, which is like different. It's really like geared more for like the family, and it's supposed to be kind of like an entertainment center as opposed to just a gaming center. And then it also has a lot of indie games online. If you go online, you'll find a bunch of indie games that are not really like AAA type games, but really just single person developers, or a team of four, where they just put together a game and then they put it on the console. You can find a lot of those also on the Xbox One. What I thought was pretty cool was that now the Xbox 360's games are starting to be compatible with the Xbox One, and the list is small, but the list is growing, which I really admire. Just the other day I got Halo Reach, just so I can complete my Halo collection. And I forgot to mention, but the PS4 is also getting the PS2 backwards compatibility. I might have mentioned that, I might have not. I'm just going to say it anyways, just because I forgot. And then what I really like about the Xbox is the controller. For some reason, the ergonomics of it are just, I don't know, they fit me really well. And I guess because, the Xbox was one of my first consoles whenever I started to play video games. Whenever Halo 2 came out, and the original Halo Combat Involved came out, I played on an Xbox, and so I'm just used to that controller scheme. I'm used to that, the shape of it, I guess. I don't know. I'm just used to it and I like it a lot. And again, this is just my personal perspective, my personal opinion. Now let me talk about the cons, and I am glad to say that I really don't have any cons when it comes to these consoles, and unfortunately I only have two cons on the Xbox One. The first one is the installation time. The installation time takes forever. Whenever you pop a disc into the tray, it takes forever for the game to install. Like, it really does. It's ridiculous. But it's nothing that you can't, overlook. It's not that much of a big deal. But for anyone who is really competitive, say like the next Call of Duty comes out and you want to play the day of, you might not be able to do that. You might have to wait for it to install overnight. And then the other thing, let me show you this, is I don't know why Microsoft hasn't thought like, I bought this little battery here, but if you don't buy this battery, it comes with two AA batteries that you have to plug in, or they have to put in here and then change them every time and get the energy gets low, which I don't understand why you're still doing that, Microsoft. This is supposed to be next gen, not not last gen. It's no VCR time. Anyways, now those are honestly my two cons, and unfortunately they were only on the Xbox One. So let me tell you which one's my favorite and which ones I would recommend for you. Now, I'm not gonna call for a drum roll, but my favorite console is the Xbox One. Now, you may be saying, but Juan, your only two, pet peeves, or your only two cons were on the Xbox One. You say it's your favorite? Yeah, it's my favorite. And the only reason being is because, there's two reasons really. One is Halo 5. I really only got the Xbox for Halo 5, Halo 4, the Master Chief Collection, and Halo Reach. When Halo Wars comes out, Part 2, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna go around looking for Halo Wars, the original one. Exclusives. That's really the only reason I got an Xbox One. I started off with a PS4. Now, and the second reason is because just the brand. I really admire the Xbox brand, and I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of both. I'm really not biased. I like Sony and I like Microsoft, and I like what they're doing with their consoles. Now, let me tell you which console I'd recommend for you. And it's really going to depend on two factors. And these are two factors I feel are the most important. Because, again, let me just say this. You're going to be completely happy with whatever console you go with. Whether you go with Xbox One or whether you go with PS4, the difference is mild. The only difference is the user interface, and just the exclusives, I guess. Now, and that's one of the reasons what I kind of recommend you getting based on the two factors. The first factor being, exclusives. I got an Xbox because of Halo 5 and the Halo franchise, but I also love Bloodborne, so and the Naughty Dog games like Last of Us and Uncharted. So to you, figure out in your head which franchise are you going to want to go after. Which franchises are important to you. The franchises that are in the Microsoft world or in the Sony world. Which ones are most important to you. Second factor is, and I think this is probably the most important, which console do most of your friends have? If most of your friends are on Xbox One, but you want a PS4, you're gonna miss out on playing multiplayer with your friends and missing out on that fun. And vice versa. If everyone's on a PS4 and you want an Xbox One, you're gonna miss out on your multiplayer. So that's what you're gonna have to do. Yourself. You're gonna have to figure out which is more important to you. And what are your priorities? If you want exclusives, then go after them, because honestly, guys, you're going to be happy with whatever you get. I honestly, if you have the chance to do it, I understand that some of you, you may be teenagers and you can't afford to buy, and you're not working, you can't afford to buy both, and you're kind of really telling your parents, hey, get me a PS4 or give me an Xbox One. I understand where you're at. The only reason I have both is because I'm working, I'm older, I can afford these things. But for those of you who can't, you're going to be completely happy with what you get. Now, again, just remember the two factors, the exclusives and what your friends are playing on. So, again, guys, you're going to be happy with what you get. Whatever you get, I'm not really big about the console wars. I think, if gaming is important to you, then you should, give competition a thumbs up, because the more competitors we have, the less we don't have a monopoly and people are competing against each other for the best game, the best console, which just means for us better games and better consoles. So again, let's keep it hater free in the comments section, but let me know what's your favorite console and why. But spread the love. If somebody's an Xbox fan, someone's a PS4 fan, and you're not, just say, hey, you know what? Thumbs up, happy for you. We're all happy gamers. Let's just keep that atmosphere going around. All right, so let me know what you think. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and then go ahead and watch some of the videos that me and my cousins have uploaded of us playing GTA and other games like that. We're just doing dumb stuff, on this thing. So again, guys, hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, be sure and comment, or you can. I'm not gonna give you my email, but you can go ahead and just comment, and I'll read all my comments, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. All right, you guys have a good one. See you later.